Hello and welcome to Big Talk live from the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Erika Michael. A pleasure to have you join us tonight. A lot of development from the Supreme Court down to the Federal High Court earlier today. A lot of litigation from the Rivers State politics and Nnamdi Kanu's detention. A lot of prediction came out from the court and, of course, judgment, call it judgment, where the Supreme Court have also entirely had to withdraw the matters that concerns the lawmakers and the governor of Rivers State. That was a judgment that is also raising some eyebrow in the nation earlier today. And Nnamdi Kanu had once again presented himself in the court for his trial. At this time, he was able to talk tough, but we'll definitely get to have that conversation to know what are the true state of the case and the matter. The continuous detention of Nnamdi, what does it mean for the people of the Southeast, which is drawing a whole lot of concern, and a matter of urgent intervention that have been also, many experts have argued that the president should brings in some political solutions to the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. But tonight, everyone will be looking at the political atmosphere since after the 2023 general election. Three of Nigeria's major opposition parties are facing serious leadership crises that have hindered the parties from planning ahead and rebuilding ahead of the 2027 politics. Now, look at the PDP is already facing internal threats with major stakeholders fighting for the soul of the party despite the effort to resolve issues, which seems to be no hope in sight. Similarly, the new Nigeria People's Party, which placed fourth in the 2023 general election, winning Kano State, appears to be sinking deeper in a crisis after Boniface Cam held a national convention recently in Lagos and elected new national officers, which is in the rivalry to the existing national officers and National Working Committee loyal to Rabiu Kwankwaso. So now the party's presidential candidate in the 2023 election. There are a lot of developments, everyone. Labour Party are yet to resolve the matter, even when they have come out to say, we are already giving our ticket to Peter Obi. Some said it looks at that there are a lot of political calculation to get Mr. Peter Obi to the Labour Party, because the Labour Party are here to resolve their leadership crisis. Some members of the Labour Party have said, under Bure, we cannot exist as members of the party. But what is the meaning, what is the interpretation, political interpretation to different political parties in Nigeria? Tonight, we'll look at NNPP, the future of opposition politics, what it means for the parties that are currently having these issues to resolve ahead of the 2027 election. Do we look at Nigeria to be a one-party system under this present dispensation of government? We'll discuss that. My guest is NNPP Zonal Secretary of the North Central, Umaru Farouk. Honorable, thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Michael.
Yes, a lot have happened within your party after 2023 election. Your party came forward. That was, even when your presidential candidate was saying he's winning the election, but it came forward. But after the election, there are a lot of crises within your party, and we're afraid that NNPP might not even come maybe 5th or 6th again if election is conducted today in Nigeria.
Well, thank you for having me, Global Television. This is my first time to appear before the audience or the people who are there watching us live. Mr. Michael, let us start by giving the background of what opposition is all about. When we came in during the Fourth Republic, when the PDP won election in 1999, there were, of course, opposition parties on the ground. But when the PDP came during the Obasanjo's government, he decided that this government will run in an all-inclusive manner. And he decided to bring some people from the opposition party as ministers, as board members, as all the government offices that were there to be entitled to be occupied. They brought in people there. And, once you run election and or you follow a political party, and the political party happens to lose election in its all ramification, and just like that, the winning political party now said, come and join us in the government. Those individuals that were catapulted into that position, they felt that, this is the right time for me also to recover, and also make sure that I'm also part of the system. And I could remember vividly Obasanjo nominated some people as ministers, people like Mamman Shatta, people like the former PDP National Secretary, what do you call him? What's that his name? He's late now. You know, there are others like that they nominated as ministers. And they continue to sink their own political party because of the interest of the president. So if you look at the projection now, it is also the same what is happening in PDP today. Can you imagine a minister in this government who happens to be, 2 times, 8 years governor in River State, becomes minister in an opposition winning party in Nigeria. And he is doing everything possible to sink that political party in all the exigencies that cropped up. You know, today, if you look at the group that just had a meeting saying that they want to reorient the political machineries in Nigeria, the groups of the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, El-Rufai, and so on and so forth. They don't have a political party. To be frank, where is their political party? The minister has taken over the PDP. Could you imagine that for the past 2 years that this government has been in existence, PDP could not call an National Executive Council meeting because the leadership of the party are dancing to the tunes of this minister? So where is the opposition? And let me come down to Labour Party. When Peter Obi came into Labour Party, he has no any political ideology that will ramp the people together, that will bring in the people together, to making sure that these people that are in this party actually understood what he is to offer to Nigerians. They didn't understand. And when he came in, they just gave him the ticket because Labour Party has never contested presidency to that level. Peter Obi blew life into that party and it becomes what it is today.
So if without Peter Obi, we wouldn't have had Labour Party?
Sorry?
Without Peter Obi, we wouldn't have had Labour Party.
Without Peter Obi, where is the Labour Party? The only time they participated, you know, and formed a government, it was in Ondo State during the Mimikos time, you know, and that was an aberration to what other political parties are thinking. So the issue is that we cannot continue to allow government in party in government or party in government, you know, trying to pursue the other opposition party to come in and serve in their government.
But I've denied that fact. APC has said we are not against political parties in Nigeria. Even when Atiku Abubakar said, look, that some members of opposition parties have been given about 50 million. The government, APC has said it's still a tall dream.
And out to now,
that your members should look at, opposition should look at resolving their issues.
Up to now, nobody comes out from the National Assembly to deny the fact of what Atiku Abubakar said, that they collected 50 million naira to install
the political parties.
The political party in the National Assembly. That was what he was saying. There are caucuses in the National Assembly that are supposed to organize themselves. If they had done that, they would have formed the government in that House of Representatives because they are in majority. They would have gotten speaker, you know, and the democracy will be good for it. But let me come to our own political party, the NNPP. You see, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is a household name in the politics of Nigeria. He ran from the PDP to APC, from APC to PDP. Why? Because at the time of formation of these political parties, there were not vivid ideologies. And if you are aware of the kind of politics, they are running on an ideology. They are not doing party politics of money bags and what have you. They run on ideology. The late Malam Aminu Kano, you could remember, he was in the forefront in instituting what opposition party is all about. And they had done a lot of things, you know, to bring in people from the shankles of the leadership of that time. Abubakar Rimi took over from that premise, and he ran concurrently with what Aminu Kano has done, even though they have some skirmishes here and there. Latterly, Kwankwaso took over from Abubakar Rimi, I'm giving you the short story so that because of time.
Of NMPP.
Of NMPP. That ideology, you know,
ideology.
That ideology of people belongs, you know, the party for the people, for the masses, you know, in orienting the people to get a sense of belonging, of understanding what the governance is all about. This is what informed what do you call him, the distinguished Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso to continue in that premise. So when he left PDP to APC, that was prior to 2015 election, that's 2014, you know, a lot of them, you know, see what actually happened during the elections. In fact, if you are going to count people that actually brought APC to government, Kwankwaso is one of the 5 people because of the vote that he marks from Kano State.
You say Kwankwaso was instrumental for APC resistance in Nigeria?
No, what I mean, I say he is one out of the 5 people that actually made, what is the resistance of APC is to get government, to capture power.
So people came from other
parties. Capture power. An individual in those APC could not bring the vote that Kwankwaso brought from Kano, over 2 million votes, to that existing APC, that amalgamation they did. I call it amalgamation of best strength follows. Because that time, all they were after was who is going to be the president to remove Goodluck and keep him aside.
Are you happy of that choice? Do you feel that
I am not.
After years of doing that, are you proud
I'm not. That's why I'm talking in this manner. You know, I was also in PDP that time, you know, and we knew what happened, the way and manner they kicked Goodluck out of the system. Because they came without any ideology. All they were after is power grabbing. And they grabbed the power. Now to consolidate the power, you know, in taking care of those that actually come from different political party, they couldn't. Kwankwaso spent 8 years of Buhari's government without even one appointment. And in politics, you are doing politics in order for you to get opportunity to serve your country, an opportunity also your status also will rise, you know, to the extent they went further with the governor that Kwankwaso instituted in Kano, that is Ganduje. They came in between them and create serious crisis, and Kwankwaso never benefited anything. Okay, let me tell you what we intend to do now. I could say that I have the right to speak for NMPP in some ramification. You know, if there should be what they call merger now, because it seems like our politicians now don't know how to organize themselves and win elections. Anytime election is near, 2 years to election, you see them rolling around calling people to come and do merger so that we can collect the power. What about the consolidation of the power? What about the ideologies of individuals? Because there are individuals from different political parties who actually felt that their manifestos supposed to be in the forefront when they form government. And these manifestos are in different species from different political parties. Now, in 2015, when they now grabbed the power from President Goodluck Jonathan, you know, there was no any committee or organization, you remember, Buhari spent almost 9 months before he nominated ministers because nobody could advise him, nobody could come to the villa and say, Mr. President, sir, you know, we came in as opposition party, we marched, and this is our agreement that we had, gentleman agreement they call it, because any agreement you do that is not constitutional is just a gentleman agreement. Nobody could do that because everybody is wary. They were all waiting to see what Buhari can do, you know, to form his government. And because he doesn't have the temerity to form government, he couldn't, and this all scattered. To the extent that Tinubu was the leader of the political party, and then they called him the leader because of the organization he did in bringing in people to form that APC. He himself was running helter-skelter, you know, trying to grab one thing or the other. But Buhari was so keen, you know, he was so silent, he couldn't organize them very well. And that is why some of them suffered for it today. Now, another group who happens in court, who happens to not have a political party, are now coming together again to say, let's form a merger in order to defeat this government in power. It's not possible. Do you know why it is not possible? Because they are not coming on the terms of ideology, the institutional of democracy. Because democracy is all about ideology. If you go to America today, The Democratic Party had its own ideology.
All right.
Look at what happened. The Republican had its own ideology.
So do you feel political parties in Nigeria has ideology?
Yeah.
Are we driven by any political party?
It is just written in a book, but nobody cares to read. Nobody cares to understand what those ideologies are. But I'm telling you, in NNPP, you know, we were told, because Kwankwaso has taken his time to give us the idea that a political party that will succeed will have to be formed on ideology. If you are part of that ideology, come and join us. If you understand the ideology, come and join us. That is why in that political party we had the manifesto, the ideology of the political party that Kwankwaso printed. It's here that can culminate, that can organize Nigerian economy, education, and so on and so forth. And do you know who failed us? Michael, just hold on. The intellectuals, the academics have failed Nigeria because they refuse to put pen on the ground to actually future what opposition is all about in Nigeria. There is no opposition in anywhere in this country. It has never existed. There are just people who felt that we are not part of government, so therefore we can criticize. Only criticism is not an opposition.
So all of these things that's gathering momentum is what happened in 2015.
It's what happened in 2015, and it will not sell through. But we have an idea, we the NNPP. Our idea is that if we all agreed that an individual now within the so-called opposition party cannot win election to the level of having the presidency in Nigeria, then, and the presidency now in government, or the party in government now, are not forthcoming. They are not doing anything to salvage the country's economy, security matters, social welfare, and so on and so forth, infrastructures. They were not ready. They are not ready at all. They are not even showing any semblance of growing these activities that will make Nigeria, you know, to become a vibrant country.
Our party had believed in subsidy removal because it looks that every problem we have facing today is the action that has been taken against fuel subsidy.
You know, we have not given opportunity to discuss why our principal agree with subsidy removal. You know, there are a lot of business going on in the social in the subsidy removal, subsidy business scam, you call it. You know, you have to take it phase by phase, you know, in order not to injure your citizens in the country. Because when you say some people are making a lot of money and they are supplying those products and the products are in the market, people are able to buy, some are not able to buy, it's only the hardship that is hitting people, then you should also organize yourself and how you are going to remove it, to making sure that those people that are actually, you know, hitting on that subsidy are technically taken off from it. In fact, I think this issue will be best discussed by our principal because he knows what he meant in that issue.
But do you feel it was right for Kwankwaso to contest for the 2023 election if after Buhari that was from the north? Because there are those that believe in power sharing in Nigeria. If the north has areas, turn should be given to the south. Do you feel it truncated that arrangement by contesting for the last election?
No, that's another gentleman agreement.
You feel that power rotation?
Yes, it's another gentleman. It's nowhere written in the Constitution.
But in ideology of fairness and justice, is it right for us to shape our way?
Very well. And of course, you spoke well. It depends on the political party's arrangement. A political party can decide today to say that we have zoned our presidency to so zone, either for the north or the south primaries, the south hemisphere. But in the situation where the other political party refused to do the zoning, of course you can't blame them because it's not a constitutional issue. For instance, the PDP had not zoned its own presidential election, election contents to the south, in general.
It was an open race.
It was an open race. Wike contested, Atiku contested, others too contested. You know, even in the APC.
APC had spoken.
APC has not done.
But they had spoken that
no,
going to
the
south.
people who want their captain to win election, they are the ones speaking. There is need for us like El-Rufai, who stood vehemently to making sure that position returned to the south so that his friend Tinubu will grab the power for him to get the vice president. And at the end of the day, he couldn't succeed in his own ambition.
You feel that was the move for him to become vice president?
Yes. You know, this gentleman, El-Rufai, doesn't know politics. He is into politics with anger. Anger in the sense that once anything that goes around did not come in his own table, he grew annoyed and started misbehaving. Misbehaving in the sense that castigating, bringing out things that were done under the table, in anywhere in the world, there are things that are done in the room. There are things that are best not said in public.
They're not meant to come out to the public.
But he does, yes. What temerity, what gut does he have to come out today and say this government is not performing, this government is not doing anything?
He fought for the government. He brought the government in power. Even the
He
last.
brought the government in power because he couldn't get opportunity to serve in the government.
Do you feel that is right for the treatment that he is receiving today?
Well, it's their business, it's their own political party. Maybe they felt that he's somebody that can distort their government or
will you be happy for him to come to your party?
Power riding.
Will you be happy for Rufai to come to your party?
For Rufai to come? Well, he's a human being. And of course, if he has anything to offer, but in our own political party, the NNPP, you cannot come and started dictating your own self-centered ideologies. Right. There are ideologies that people that have come together to form an ideology that this is where we are heading to if we are able to get power.
So how would you describe that convention in Lagos? Because your chairman is coming out to say that there is no faction in your party, but you will have some NNPP members who had gathered because the likes of Abu, former National Working Committee of the party, by virtue of the last arrangement, and now chairman of the party, by respect to the factional politics ongoing with your party. How would you describe that convention?
It's very laughable. To be frank with the Nigerians, the NNPP, the New Nigerian People's Party, was a registered political party from 2002, I guessed. And that party was registered by some group of people who felt that there is need for them to have a political party. And they registered it, and the INEC, of course, agreed to their terms, and they were given certificate for that registration. And the live wire of this political party got itself when some individual who contested for state assembly in Bauchi and some councillors in Bauchi, because of the strength of that person, the singular person who becomes state assembly member, was the person that, because of that election, that party could not be scrapped. Some political parties were scrapped by INEC. And as I was giving you the opposition development and the ideology that Konkoso, as an individual, brought into Nigerian politics, could not suffice in these two political parties, APC and PDP. And he gathered his supporters all over Nigeria, and the supporters agree that if we want to put our head above the water, we need to look for another political party and jump in. We opted for Accord Party. Discussion was ongoing. Something came up. The Accord Party was trying to also play the game that is being played now. And we now saw that we will not succeed in actually gaining that political party, because it happens that had it been we enter Accord Party, we will end up not having a political party. So some young men approach and say there is another political party. That I am being a politician in Nigeria, I have never knew that there is a political party called NNPP. Never. Because it never existed in anywhere, what I mean, by winning elections and so on and so forth. Even the local government councillorship election, they never won. Fairly, Engineer Buba Galadima organizes those joining, and they went and met the leader of the party, that is the chairman of the board of trustees, Mr. Boniface Anogbano. And the party, the leadership of those at that time when we met, agreed that we should come into the political party. 6 months to presidential election. All the things that has happened has gone under the water. Because I could remember when we came in, we met the National Working Committee. They don't even have a quorum. The National Working Committee don't even have a quorum. A lot of people don't understand what actually transpired. Why Professor Alkali becomes the national chairman. You know, it's supposed to be that if the North has the secretary, the South supposed to have the chairman, you know, vice versa. But when we came in, the party was with the national chairman was from the South, the secretary was from the South. In fact, particularly Southwest. That's the present secretary now. So the party, our leaders now, from the national movement and the Konkosi are joining together, you know, to enter the party, you know, felt that, okay, you, since you are the owner of the party, you are the person that registered this party, take the national chairman and give us the national secretary. Chief Anokbono said no. He prefers the national secretary. So they told him that since Konkoso want to contest, it will be very, very important for the party to have national chairman from the South. He insisted that he needed the secretary. So the secretary was left for him. Then that's why Professor Alkali now became the chairman. We went in, do all the congresses in the world, like a government, state, and the national convention. Brought in executives into the party, you know, and the party kickstart. INEC even gave us a hint that we are the best organizing political party within a shortable time that Konkoso came in. You know what happened? When we went for the election, the logo of our party in the presidential election was not there. Because we don't know the arrangement the party did with INEC and so on and so on. You know, political party do all sorts of arrangement. We are busy developing the party in the wards and the local government, not knowing that the logo is not suffices in the logo. In the ballot. It was on the day to the presidential election. I here, Umar Farouk, discovered that in Nasarawa in Lafia, one of our chairman from Obi local government, when they were giving those materials to take to their various local government, you know, one felt and it breaks, and he checked the ballot, he saw that there was no NMPP in the ballot, presidential. He called me, I was in Lafia, we called Buba Galadima to our national officers and informed them. This is how the party get to know that logo of that party is not in the ballot. So we now checked the ballot and realized that there is another political party. The logo appears, but it also doesn't have name on it. So we now adopted that political party. That was the reason why we got those votes. So a lot of people that came to vote for our party, the NMPP, because of Konkoso, they couldn't see the logo, you know, local people, and the information could not go down very well. You know, when election is coming, internet used to have problem much, you know. And this is what, even me, when I entered the cubicles to check, I knew what actually happened. To also check, I said, what is happening now? And this is how it went on during the presidential election, senatorial, House of Representatives, gubernatorial, House of Representatives.
So how then did you win the governorship election?
With that one that we adopted. With that logo that we adopted, that was how we were able to win. You know, Kano is well sophisticated. People are well informed. Immediately, social media, individuals started sharing. This is the logo our leadership have adopted that we are going in for election with. Because that logo doesn't have NMPP in it, doesn't have any political party name on it. And all the political party had their own logo, their name specification on that. So, in that development, the political party now, after elections, and after, you know, chewing our collar that we didn't perform very well because of those issues, we are not to blame anybody.
All right, so on the crisis, if I'm to Google into the INEC portal today, whose name would I find as the chairman of your party?
find the NMPP was an academic cap, with red, white, and red. That is the NMPP that is in the INEC
because I've also said that the INEC were present at the
But you're supposed to do your investigative journalism. Have you checked?
Convention.
I know you are aware of this. Have you checked?
I have checked. So I just want
So which one did you see?
I wanted to get that confirmation from you. But
which one did you see?
I wanted to get
I'm confirming to you.
the new logo.
If the NMPP,
the new logo is on the site of the INEC.
Which one?
The new logo that your party has adopted.
Which one?
The red.
The one that has the cap of the academic. Very fine. So, which is the right political party?
I was stealing towards if the recent convention was also witnessed by INEC. Don't you feel that there's a trouble coming against your
INEC
party?
did not witness it. Where is the confirmation that INEC witnessed it? Did you know that during their convention, you know, INEC has written a letter to the NMPP headquarters. They are coming for verification of membership, you know, finances. You know, INEC are the what do you call it, the eyes of all the political party. They were there. You could remember also, you people, the journalists, the media are not talking about it. All our senators were there. All our House of Representatives were there. In fact, the State Assembly wanted to come and say, no, the crowd will be too much. They came to support the party on that verification of that of INEC 3 days subsistently before the convention they held in Lagos. Okay?
So you feel, I mean, the National Working Committee, as it is now, has been supported by the National Assembly?
Oh, of course.
Members of the party?
Of course, yeah.
Not Agbo's national chairman faction?
What is Agbo national chairman's faction? What is Agbo? Where is Agbo? Where did he get the national chairman from?
Is he a member of your party?
He's not.
Agbo is not a member of your party?
Agbo is not a member of the party
if
because they were expelled, they were suspended, they were given a letter to come and defend their inactions into the party. They refused to come. The party has to take actions. You know, and when the movement was going on, they went to Lagos and sat in one person's house, this Chief Anagono's house, and they said they expelled the national chairman, they expelled the national leader, Konkoso, they expelled Buba Galadima, the secretary of the board of trustees, who happens to be his secretary while he was the chairman. They expelled the national chairman. All the National Working Committee were expelled that day. And the party now will now sit down when we have genuine document with us. You know, when you talk about the political party, they will tell you that because INEC certificate is with them. Party doesn't run with certificate. Party runs with people. Party runs with individual who happens to be part of the membership of that political party. And that is NMPP.
Because, I mean, that faction feels that your faction came in to hijack the party from them. Because you said it wasn't wrong with the people.
When they sleep, that's when you want to create crisis, you call it hijack. People want a political party, a political platform to perform. They want to excel in that political party. They came in. You don't have anybody to stand for you in the other faction. This faction came. They have to fix their people there. Okay? When I came in, there was nobody as the secretary of the party in the North Central. Now I am. We are serious-minded people who wants to have a political party that will run its course to the success for the generality of the people. Why should we have few people who go under the table to negotiate, to collect little token, you know, in order for their political party to salvage the others while they are here sharing the largesses, the 10 kobo they had in their pocket? We don't run political party like that at all. Okay, let me tell you what we intend to do now. If people that are running now that are saying they need other political parties to come for merger, we in the NMPP will only agree on one terms or two. What is that terms? Because of the suffering we suffered at the hands of the merger that took place during the APC in 2014 to 2015, because of that suffering, that after bringing the huge support, the funds, the people for that elections, we have not succeeded in getting one single position in that government of Muhammadu Buhari for 8 years. We are very wary of any individual now to come and say, let's march and form a government again. We can only agree in these terms. Okay, let's say Party A comes. Party B, Party C, Party D, Party E. For instance, we have 4 to 5 political parties. Okay, if you want us to work together, then we have to now discuss, let's have a gentleman agreement. Which political party will take the presidency? Now there is no issue of zoning now. No issue. We are not coming to salvage. Please don't cut me, let me finish. Then another political party will take the vice president. Another political party will take Senate president, deputy speaker, continuously, sharing formula. Then we will now fall back, all the political parties will now fall back and go and contest governor in their own political party, state assembly, House of Representatives, senators, all in their own political party. If you win, it's your business. If you don't win, it's your business. But during the presidential election, the political party will now inform their members that this person in Party A will be the president that we are going to vote for. Do you know why? The moment he becomes president, you know, in Nigeria, the moment you become president in Nigeria, once power is sustained, you become the almighty. You know, you now started trampling on people. Your own people that are closer to you in your own political party will started coming to do psychopathy, telling you all things that are not there. Then road would now be blocked. From the road, the doors will block. you know, and you will not have access to government, and you have suffered, and you are not getting anything. That is why Nigeria is not moving forward. So our party, the NNPP, will only agree on any merger in this premise. Okay? If not, we are not in a hurry to become president. We want to build a political party with ideology so that Nigerians who have sense, they will understand that this is where we are heading to. They will come and join the political party, a political party that will give your children education, you know, a political party that will give you infrastructures, a political party that will be accountable to anything that they put in their manifestos, that they will do it to the Nigerians. Right. And the NNPP is that political party. I'm assuring you that.
Mr. Peter Obiora has been having some conversation with your principal, the leader of your party, Kwankwaso. Do you feel that measure can work?
Well, you know, when leaders met, and if they have an ideology or an idea on what they will do, you know, to salvage the people, they don't often talk about it in public. And we have seen them together, but actually, if I tell you that I know what they are discussing, I'm lying. We have seen my principal, Kwankwaso, with Atiku. If I told you what they have discussed, I'm lying. I don't know. But with time, our leader believes that you can make consultation, just like day before yesterday. He went to Lagos for an occasion, you know, but people turned it to be political something. He went on an occasion, birthday of his former vice presidential candidate, Archbishop Isaac Idahusa. And he happens to go and visit a friend, a friend in political arena. That is the Ogboni Arigbosala, and people started talking. This thing can work, this thing will not work. Why? Because Arigbosala just exited the APC recently, you know, and because of this birthday, Kwankwaso now went and visit him without any political issue. But when they went there, our media says they sat and discussed political issue and the way forward of Nigeria. But what are those way forward? Nobody knows. The detail of the discussion, nobody knows. So you cannot continue to cast aspersion or continue to say that this is what is happening. We in our own group, we don't do that because we are oriented, you know, not to speak ills on things that we don't know.
But do you feel the coming together of Obi, Kwankwaso, and all of these measures can unseat President Tinubu?
Yes.
You feel
but I explained to you how we want it to be. That all the political party should come into that table with their own interest too. I need to be vice president. I need to be president. I need to be speaker. Then the merger will work. But in any situation, this thing did not happen, we count us out. We are not going to be part of any merger. That is the truth of the matter. Because we have suffered it during the Buhari's APC merger. We have suffered it for 8 years. Nothing has been given. Nothing has been done. No status increase. No catapulting anybody or individual or supporters. And these people kept faith with our leader, Kwankwaso, for these 8 years. And it led him to capturing power. After entering NNPP in 6 months, he captured power in Kano, where all commissioners, councillors, chairmen, advisors, House of Representatives, senators, all these people are in government with federal government, but we captured the power. You can see the power of Kwankwaso.
So, Honorable Umaru, I may not be wrong to say that the coming together of politicians are not for the interest of Nigeria, but for the politicians.
No, this is the interest of Nigeria. This thing that I'm discussing.
How does it translate to an interest of Nigeria?
Okay, when the APC came and formed the merger with other political party, was it in the interest of Nigeria? It wasn't. What happened in Buhari's government? Some individuals just take the lettuces, divide the cake and eat it and run away. Nothing happens to Nigeria. Can you tell me one thing, one good thing that Buhari did in Nigeria today that is salvaging the general masses of the country? Nothing. So as far as I'm concerned.
So do you regret the action of supporting President Buhari?
I do. 100%. We regretted supporting that government. We did.
All right. So do you feel Kwankwaso would have done better with the respect of things in the country today?
Yeah. Okay. You see, let me come back and give you a little digestion of what Kwankwaso did in Kano. Because all these leaders, they come from one place or the other to come to the national politics. And if you look at the Nigerian system, it's either you were once a minister or a governor or a senator or this and that, then you are fit now to contest for the highest office in the country. Kwankwaso has been a governor from 1999 to 2003, he was ousted out by Shekarau. When Shekarau was leaving 2011, how he did it, the magic he did it, he returned. It has never happened in Nigerian politics. He returned back with a lot of sense, and Kano is better for it today. Sometimes he used to tell us that he is grateful to Almighty God for not allowing him to continue that governorship from 2003 to 2007. If he had done that, he would have failed, because he was young, that vibrancy is there, and after Shekarau defeated him, he now came back 2011. Look at the things that are happening in Kano. Okay, Konkoso created what we call CRC, Community Rehabilitation Committee, headed by individuals who are not in government.
But those that feel that all of those things, with respect to all of those achievements, was at the level of the state. Nigeria, they said Nigeria is too big and too large for some leaders to rule. Do you believe in that?
Is it not how Tinubu came into power? They said that he created a modern Lagos state. So what did Tinubu did to Nigeria before he became president? Nothing. He was a senator, and the senator was truncated within 2 years, 1992 to 2003. Within 1 year, the Senate that was
so
he was there was truncated.
Can't you measure Lagos from what he did in Lagos to what possibly would have done in what he would do in the country today?
To what is happening today? Of course, okay, let's agree that he has, turned around Lagos for the benefit of Lagosians. Now that he's in Nigeria now, are we not suffering for it? Every of his policy is against the masses. Every policy is against the masses. Anything Tinubu put hand on it is against the masses. Nigeria, is it better for it? No. But I'm assuring you, if Konkoso have the opportunity to get that leadership in this country, a lot of things will change. Because Konkoso is the person that is focused.
So you don't believe in President Tinubu completing its 8 years?
I don't believe.
For power to be in the South for 8 years?
My brother, if...
Because former President
you see, you people are getting it wrong. You are getting it wrong. Had there been some people agree that Buhari has failed in his 4 years, one, he was sick, he couldn't handle the government, that is enough for us to send him out.
So did that happen?
Excuse me. That is why in 2019, the Northern Nigerians decided to put Atiku forward to contest that election with Buhari. Konkoso was part of that system. They supported Atiku. You understand? Atiku somehow won that election, but because of the power that be, they turned the election around and declared Buhari. That was the failure of those groups themselves. Because as Amechi said, power is not given easily. You have to grab it. And when you are grabbing it, you have to have cautions that you don't need to kill people. So now that Tinubu is in government, these 2 years that he's serving now, Nigerians are crying, including his own brothers in the Southwest. Everybody is crying. We've never had this kind of government before.
So if you feel, he says things will get better, don't you?
Where? When? How?
That he inherited a bad economy.
You see, the greatest...
He's trying to fix all of those things.
The greatest political ideologist, Pluton, says that once a leader is elected into office, and if he did not perform within the 2 years of his terms, you give him 100,000 years, he will never perform. That is it. So and look at history. Any leader that came into power within 2 years and he didn't perform in that opportunity that he got, he will never perform again. That was what actually bewitched Buhari. Buhari was a president, he was sick. That was natural, we understand, but he ought to have resigned and allow Oshibanjo to continue. The North wouldn't have said anything. When I don't understand this grabbing of power, South, somebody is not doing well and you are talking about section? We are talking about the whole country? Why should we continue basing our argument on sectionalism? What is the section did to you? Me, I'm saying it frankly here, that the sectionalism that Buhari became president did not help me, did not help my people. Nothing has happened to us, nothing. So why should we allow somebody, because of the section issue, because of tribal issue, we should allow him to carry the wagon of Nigeria for 8 years and denigrate everybody, kill everybody with hunger. Hunger, coward, hunger, enough, hunger. Do you know that this government, the only economy they know is what? Do you know? Michael, do you know?
You know better. By your own
For
word.
another day. But some people are calling it that this government economic is what they call the economic of what do you call it? This thing they used to give out now.
Is it palliative?
Palliative economy. This is how they call
But for
this
the sake
government.
of Nigerians, things should get better. Don't you feel so before the next election?
For the sake,
Of Nigerians, don't you feel that things should get better
okay.
before the next election?
Let me call on Nigerians. We, you, me, all the masses of Nigeria. We must take over this country ourselves. Because these elections that are forthcoming, they are election of recovery. We have to recover our country, irrespective of individual, us will goes. We must recover our country, because if we allow elections to be held in any corner of this country and elections were declared and somebody will come and change those figures, then we are not serious. And any leader that comes into power, whatever he exhibited, is left for us. We don't have any chance to cry. And we cannot continue to cry while saying the government is doing bad thing, while we are collecting pittance, indomie, spaghetti, and 2,000 naira to do election in Nigeria. Come on. Where is our head?
So when they say hunger is real, how do they manage that?
Okay, now that we are feeling hungry, how are you managing it? Because those things are not coming. It is only during the election that your hungry will be dead completely for the 4 years. Mr. Michael, it's not possible. You cannot complain. You cannot say that because you are feeling hungry and they are not being given anything. That is why now that they brought the indomies, the spaghettis, the little change you collected and put in your pocket. 4 years.
So did your party not also buy vote in Kano State?
Go and ask Kano people now. Ask the opposition
Did not
whether
buy
our party buy vote. We don't. We are based on ideology. Because people believe in Konkoso that once he gets power, they will get all the social amenities that will, catapult their life in future. And this is exactly what is happening in Kano today. Go to Kano and see people-oriented programs that they are doing. Direct impact to people, they are giving them succor. The other day, governor share gout. People are saying, is it how the economy will be? Those people that are giving them gout, they never had that opportunity. Once they have those goats, these goats will multiply. Some of them within 1 year, 2 years, they will buy cows. It's a business. This is what we call the impact direct of poverty alleviation.
All right. A lot of expectation for us to talk about, but because of time, Mr. Umaru Farouk, NNPP Zonal Secretary here at the North Central, thanks so much for joining us on the show tonight and bringing us inside. We do have you more to continue to elaborate further the interaction within the political system.
Thank you, Mr. Michael, for having me.
Thank
Global
you so
TV, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And God bless.
All right. Everyone, of course, the crisis within political parties